Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from the brand new hero, Al-Gore-Rhythm, and as we predicted from the beginning, he's an absolute beast when it comes to leapfroggers. But it's not just leapfroggers. It's really just all beasts and the synergies of a bunch of death rattles and buffs when things die. That just makes the hero incredibly good because a lot of those core pieces, even if you don't have the full combo, are very good to use the hero power on. Use leapers in the early game, take an extra 2/2, 3/3, 4/4. That's a lot of tempo. It's like Lich King's hero power early. You find yourself a Mama Bear, maybe a Fell Stomper, and then suddenly those cards that are respawning one minion are respawning multiple minions, and you get that ton of value up front. And then, of course, the Big Daddy. Once you get to the Barons and you get the Leapfroggers rolling, you have the ability to trigger extra Leapfroggers at the beginning of the fight, potentially even taunt up, reborn the Leapfroggers themselves, and then you don't have that big downside. The big Leapfroggers negative of you can just get Baron sniped. If you're getting all the leaps ahead of time, and you still have the taunts up in front of them, then how do you snipe the Baron? Yeah, sure, you can still be countered by tech cards, etc., etc. But it's an incredibly strong opener for Leapfroggers, and there are very few heroes that do it better than our new guy, Al-Gore-Rhythm. All right, enjoy. Up. Oh my god, we got Leapfrogger things, guys. Let's live the dream. Live the freaking dream. We can do Leapers things. Alright, so Leapfrogger by itself, if we reborn it, gives a 2/2 buff guaranteed. It is a 1/1 buff to a 3/2 and a 1/1 buff to a 2/3. Alternatively, we could reborn the Sewer Rat and get an extra 2/3 minion. Or, you know, spawn it or whatever. Stream season 28 of Diablo 3. True, I could. I don't mind Diablo, don't get me wrong. Diablo just kind of ran the same fate as Battlegrounds, though. That patching season after season after season, they changed some things, but it's not enough to keep the interest over time. Because you do it, you know, 5, 6, 7 seasons. You're like, okay, cool, there's a new season, it changes up set bonuses a little bit here and there, there's a little bit different loot rules. That could be interesting. It launches on Friday, Bofur. I'll fire it up if you do. Yeah, like FEF wants to play. I see. You know, it's like, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard. Get in the Diablo mood. It's the longest stream you've ever done. I don't know, 12-ish hours. I don't try to marathon stream. Super unhealthy. Stream all of Decision Paths and Dragon Age Origins. Okay. I'm liking the think tank going on over here. What about PoE? My problem with PoE is that it's too saturated. That, number one, why would you ever watch somebody that's new to Path of Exile? And I'm not like brand new to Path of Exile, but like not knowledgeable enough of the systems. That'd be a fun discussion. And you'd be spending most of the time looking at spreadsheets to try to figure out how to play the game. And if it was like, you know, Path of Exile is a great game. But most of the time that you spend learning it and figuring it out is planning. Like Diablo 4 is a new game, you know, that could be cool. Could be interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, I expect it to be a shell of what Path of Exile is. That doesn't mean it will always stay that way. Playing spreadsheets, that can do that one at work. And you can also play Eve. Just play Eve, bro. Ew. Don't jump on the other leaper. Good. Fantastic. Wonderful. Splendid. Nice. So we're on 3. We have double Leapfrogger. It's so complicated, you have endless topics to discuss. Agreed. And if you're going to spend a ton of time around the game, then it's interesting from that standpoint. It is not something that you would want to jump into and be like, I'm going to stream Path of Exile for 2 weeks. Like, look at Krip streams on PoE. The guy's been playing the game forever. And he still doesn't scratch the surface on the new seasons. You look at like Krip versus some of the more established, bigger name PoE streamers. And they're just like night and day difference in terms of what they're doing. Now, don't get me wrong. Krip's great at whatever he does because, you know, he's doing it his way. To be fair, Krip quit PoE a long time. Correct. This is the whole point. This is the whole point of the statement, which is literally that you need to immerse yourself in this stuff and grow with the game for years and years and years and years to truly be an expert with it, because it is so many systems on top of other systems that if you're jumping into it as like a short-term project, it's just completely worthless as a game. If it was something that you wanted to do for 5 years, go for it. Shoot for it. Only half listening to the conversation. It's cool. It's cool. But why I would prefer to do something like the new Diablo to Path of Exile, even though I think Path of Exile is a better game, is because you get to start from the beginning. You get to learn from the beginning and grow from the beginning. Those are pretty damn good hits. Those are pretty damn solid hits. The fact that we limped up to 4 with 5 minions on the board, including 2 leapfroggers, and we're still at 36 health, feels good, man. We taking 5s? Alright, we take the first 5. It's a Banshee. It's a Magma Lock too, though. Never find now to find Reborn. I'm gonna go with we're forcing leapers, but it's pretty close. Baron? Mama Bear? It was Magma Locks. Madge. There's a Reborn. It's like when you gamble. If you choose red, it'll always be black. Now we're just playing for lulz. It's the part that kind of lost right now. Is that I don't feel like this meta does well for the whole playing the game for casual bullshit. That since there's so much tempo, it's really, really, really easy to get to game? Why do we have to take a million here? To try to do like, you know, well, we're going to play something slightly different and then just die instantly. Instead of just slamming tempo on the game over and over and over again. And if there's not enough variety in like what you can play, then it just gets irritating to play. All right, Baron. At least we got the Mama Bear. That's a start. All right, we're gonna believe in the dream. In the dream, right? The leapfrogger's dream. We can only use the Reborn on 1 minion to start. And typically when you're playing leapers, not this hero, you would never reborn the leapfrogger. You're reborning the sewer rat, you're reborning the Mama Bear, you're just reliably getting to a place where you can get the Baron, etc., etc. Reborn leapfrogger sucks. For like late game leapfroggers compositions. But reborn leapfrogger on this hero, when you can reborn it up front and spawn it multiple times, is super good. I think this meta is healthy. I think it's boring. Healthy is a relative term. Do I think that it is balanced enough that your decisions affect the way that you play, like the placements that you get on average? Yeah. I don't think this meta is worse than any other meta in that sense. I think the game is a 3 out of 10 in terms of fun factor right now. And that's the bigger problem. You killed my horse. Why'd you have to kill the horse? The horse again! Does this frog attack, chat? No. No, it does not. Frog doesn't get to attack. Does the NFL need a patch? The football meta, is it healthy? No. Not healthy. Alright, let's play the Where's Baron game. Where's Baron? Where's Baron? Alright, buddy. We got this shit. Where's Baron? So awkward. Because it's my only taunt in this scenario. How far back do you want the Leapfrog or Reborn? The taunt one doesn't matter. But this guy right here can just go first. Not my favorite hit. Not the worst hit. Comes back as a taunt anyway. As long as this goes off, we should be okay. Still doing all right this game. We got ourselves the core of a Leapfrogger composition. The fun is in order. Soon to be there. Hard times for Baron. Lost his title. Yee. Alright, easiest Baron in my life. These aren't them. I mean, I can take the mama bear. But this isn't Leapers. When Leapers. When Leapers, though. Isn't Hero Power Blanchy a lot more power? Like, think about the mechanics of the Hero Power. All it does is kill this minion and bring back a regular 3/3 horse. And then the regular one comes back again and gets buffed up by the mama bear. And while that's cool, you get a little bit of power from the mama bear, but you get the power from the Leapfrogger anyway. Yeah, you're basically arguing for a 10-10. Yeah, you're arguing for a 10-10 buff. You also have to put it behind everything. And while it can come back and be a big minion, it's literally a 10-10 buff. If the mama bears are around later, then you could potentially get the value from that, but you can still already get the value from that. So your arguments have to be like, which of these minions do you want to trigger at what time on the board? And I'd rather just put the taunt up after the first hit and then have this thing go off, and if the mama bears are alive, we win. It's 2020 when it comes back, right? You're relying upon the mama bear triggers to happen up front, and then it reborns with the extra stats. So you're arguing for a 10-10 and potential value at the late portion of the game. Baron! For hugs! These are garbage. Even that one's a garbage. There's a Leapfrogger. There's a mama bear. I like Uther. It's a fair chunk of stats. Thinks I hate it? Oh, I mean, like the Reborning Blanchie? It's fine. Like, the stats are fine from it. But if you're arguing the buff that gets applied to Blanchie outweighs the buff that gets applied to Leapfrogger, since it's a reborn minion as well. If this wasn't a reborn minion, then arguing that's a 20/20 is fine. But it's not, because you still get the initial reborn. The fact that you get the Blanchie back and the Blanchie can die and then get rebuffed by the Mama Bear, got it. Agreed with you. But remember, this thing's not taunted. And it's also a reborn minion on this side too. So like, still no. Shouldn't Rat go after Horsey? Why should Rat go after Horsey? Do you want like the world of buffs from Blanchie potentially? Or you think the value from that to go off is better? No. Reliability of getting all of these things to proc with Golden Mama Bear still alive probably matters way more. Because like these both get that 10/10 buff. Pog. Less Pog. Worst. The worst option. Close. Like the idea of Tirakosa keeping the dies at the start of combat effect. That'd be funny. Oh, that would be funny. Alright. He's just Baron. It's just Baron, man. It just needs to be Baron. Like, soon. It needs to be Baron, not fucking Blanchie. I see. I mean, it is a big Blanchie, you know? Like, you can get a 10/10 on each of them. It's a lot of gold to invest. Horsey, Horsey, Horsey. I see you, chat. I do. Horsies! They scream from the rafters. For the memes! I don't think so. I think we look for Baron or will we die next turn? Blanchie loves you? I mean, if we die, then the horse has to die with us. We could just save the horse by not buying him. What does Golden Blanchie do? Nothing. Just the same as regular Blanchie. But he's cute. You shouldn't cleave us. We'll have 3 open board spots, 4 max for the Rat Pack. Maybe look for Baron. I will look for Baron. Look, Baron. Where Baron, though? More leapers. They just keep coming back. It's a never-ending supply of leapfroggers. Surprise! Another leapfrogger. Pretty good if you know we had a Baron by now. Alright. We're still top 4. Baron! Poggies! Now find second Baron. Okay. Now Zap Snipes. Zap Snipies. Zap Snipey, boys. Rat out. Rat out and Mama Bear out, probably. I'm not sure we want to buff Macaw. I like it. We played around it. Be nice, you know, if you would have hit here, but like whatever. It's cool. It's fine. It's terrible. 50-50 to die. That was 50-50 to die, wasn't it? Because he just goes left and then this dies at the... Actually, it loses, but it doesn't die, probably. Because we don't have enough stats to get there the second time. Horse coming through. Diablo 4 beta is pre-purchase now? Correct. And the pre-purchase gets you into the open beta dates, too. Which will certainly be interesting. Can someone tell me why rat out? Because rat out, bro. Rat out, rat out. Why up here? Because we need to protect from protect the Barons. The only thing that's a good card on 5 anymore is like 1 Reborn potentially, and then Golden Baron. But there's a free open beta on the week after, or did I read that wrong? Correct. There's like there's basically a pre-purchase beta weekend, and then there's also an open beta weekend. Better to sell horse for another sewer rat. It's expensive. You're spending 2 gold to replace a minion with a different minion. The sewer rat in that scenario does die to ghoul. Doesn't really play around zap or anything. I don't think it changes anything. Doesn't change anything important at the very least. This is just awkward. Like, we need a little bit more. We need our taunt. Ew. I mean, surprise! It's not taunted right now. Could be worse. The horse is still alive after all. Could be better. The macaw's not dead after all. It's a lot of stats, though. Macaw! This piece of shit. He's like being mean. Look at him go. Alright, 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 alright. Taunt is so hard to play at this point in the game. Leaper being the only thing alive is so beautiful. Yeah, it's so awkward. It's such a good thing to Reborn when we don't have a full comp at the end. This thing having Reborn, we don't necessarily need once we clean up everything. But it took us way too long to get here. Trash. Yeah, we'll do that. With 1 Reborn Macaw. Still trash. More bird. Could be Gar. Could be Coiler. Coiler is a giant crapshoot. I don't have mech or demon in the lobby, so it's a lot of beasts. Coiler for the win. You know what? I'm with you. I'm with you, chat. I am. I think this one is just memey enough that we gotta go for it. We just kind of have to do the thing. I mean, they're just big dummies. We beat big dummies. They're huge, but they're not that huge. Also, they're not really that huge. By comparison to what we fought recently, this is a turn 15 board. We've lost to turn 11 boards with more stats than this. Good. Oh, a genie. I mean, if we're going to win, the genie's pretty nice. Gold for next game. Oh, beautiful. Look at it. This guy just dies to the ghost, and then we take the elementals with us to the grave. So much gold. 5 extra gold just from that. For the lols. Aww. Did you actually expect it to die? No. Bird. You did great, Coils. I'm proud of you. Oh, this is just all kinds of awkward. I could just give them both taunt. Or both shield. Or I could make one gold and one shielded. But if he's buffed a Tavish or whatever it's called, not Tavish. It's just wrong to take it. My God, what a world we live in. It's going to be better just to have them separate, right? For now. Like if that's a 15-15 or whatever, he just kills it. Shit, he just kills it regardless if he just aims low. Because of Tavish. Get him, dude! Get him, horse! Why do they all have Wind Fury? That's cheat! Alright, GG. Alright, maybe GG? GG from the standpoint of we win this round, but do we kill him? I don't think he can get to the Baron, so we should win. What a scam board? Yeah, he has a problem with leapfroggers. We just have to make sure Baron doesn't die to tech cards. No Leroy's. Alright, we're gonna have to kill the Baron, or the Zap, before it gets our Baron. Thankfully we do, because of that attack. Are we on 6? Yeah, we're on 6 anyway. Even if you killed it, we still get there. Woohoo! They said, like, we can make this game fun. We just gotta be willing to make it fun. Sometimes playing meta just ain't me. Forcing Terran Leapers, much more me. Whee! Leapfroggers. Was there anything other than Leapers board that's as good as this? I mean, there's plenty of things that are as good as this. We lose to like a couple tech cards in that game. You just don't lose to big stats, and you don't lose to Poison Scam.